I can't argue with that, and I actually agree with you. I think that's what it's going to be. I mean, I believe Kevin O'Connell has been kind of not subterfuge, but he's been clandestine or whatever the word is. He's been kind of shrouding his comments on this so as not to get pinned down. I think into one thing or another. I mean, the whole thing we want JJ to be fully healthy so he can move because his ability to run is one of his assets, which is true. And I believe him to that point. But that also can be seen as an excuse. He's going to hold him out until Carson Wentz fails and said, oh, okay, he's magically healed now and get him in there. I don't know. I'm not saying there's subterfuge any which way or not, but I agree with you. I like what you just said. Make it a week-to-week decision depending on what they're giving you. I mean, that's probably the best way to look at it. I know there's a lot of folks on the Viking side that want to see him. Everybody wants the shiny new penny, and they still feel like they have not seen J.J. McCarthy in the best light possible because the offensive line those first 2 weeks was not great. The running game wasn't working for him. J.J. McCarthy was not reading defenses fast enough for holding the ball. All these different things, I think people want the hope of the future more than that. What
it blows me away. It's like I go back to 2017 with every week it was people just begging Mike Zimmer to name Case Keenum the starter for the rest of the world. Will Case Keenum start for the rest of Vikings' entire history? Well, why won't you commit to him? It's because Case Keenum got as Zim said, he's had some he has some big ones, and said, he got away with it. It's like when he doesn't get away with it, then we're going to probably try to find something that works. Well, he kept getting away with it up until the end. So yeah, part of the problem with coaches now, and whenever they have the word salads and they dance around and they're trying to please everyone. They're trying to please the guy on the bench. They're trying to please the guy that's that's starting. They're trying to please the media. They're trying to please the fans. They're trying to say everything perfectly instead of just talking and just say what you're going to do. Say what why you're going to do it, and let it. If people can't deal with it, tough. To me, it's. You don't go away from this. I mean, how do you stand there? J.J. McCarthy comes in against the Eagles, and J.J. McCarthy doesn't throw the ball quickly like Carson Wentz has been doing. J.J. McCarthy, understandably is, he's coming off an injury, hasn't played in a month. All that stuff you got to get back, going again. And you got to tell Justin Jefferson, well, he's our quarterback of the future, or tell the Harrison Smith, hey, Harrison, he's going to be our quarterback in 5 years, when Harrison will be 40 years old, 42 years old. To me, you ride the hot hand. And I said, make it the Nick Foles rule, because that's what happened to Carson Wentz in Philly in 17. And if it happens to JJ this year, he's 23 next year, not 20, not 40. I don't see why it should be, well, we got to get JJ back in there. We got to do this. JJ's our quarterback of the future. Well, the future, to me, you go week by week right now.
You said what you would do if you had the decision. What do you think they're going to do?
I think they'll start Carson Wentz and they'll dress it up in some, fancy. They'll airbrush it in a way where it'll be palatable for everyone. But to me, you stick with the hot hand, and if he switches now and they lose, then what do you do?
Right.
What do you do then?